Next type of TTL is totem pole output. So till now we have seen TTL with open collector, then we've seen the TTL NAND. Now this is the TTL totem pole output. Now why do we call this a totem pole output? This is because of the output from where we are taking it, that is, here we are taking the output from Q3. Here you have a diode, say D, and you are taking the output from here Y. So in the earlier case we just had a resistor here, we didn't have the transistor and the diode, we had just the resistor in the case of TTL NAND. So here we have an extra transistor and a diode. So coming to the working of this totem pole output, so let's see. So what did we say? That is, if one of these inputs A, B, if at least one of the inputs is 0 in these three cases, Q1 is what? If either one of the A and B, either one of the input is 0, one of the base emitter junction, the base emitter junction will be forward bias. Base emitter junction is forward bias means Q1 is on. Q1 is on means the collector will have a low. This is a closed switch. Collector will have a low. Low means Q2 and Q4 will be off. So this is what we told before. Now Q2 is off. Q2 is off means what is the collector voltage? It will be a high. If a transistor is on, the collector voltage will be low. If a transistor is off, the collector voltage will be high. So this is high. High means what? This is a open switch. So there is no current through the resistor. No current through the resistor means full VCC will come here. VCC is normally 5 volt. So if 5 volt comes here, what happens to Q3 and D? Now Q3 and D, if you see, this is P, this is N, this is again P, this is N. So you can say that it is like two diodes in series. This is the PN of the base emitter of Q3. This is Q3 base emitter, which is P and N. This is the diode itself. So these two are in series. So you can say that Q3 and D is either on at the same time or off at the same time. You can't have Q3 on and D off, Q3 off and D on. Just like in the case of Q2 and Q4, Q3 and D is either on or off. Both will be in the same state. So in this case, what should be the voltage here so as to make Q3 and D on? It should be equal to at least 2 diode voltages, diode cut-in voltages. So let's take it as 1 volt. So here you have 5 volt because Q2 is off. So there is no current through Q2. So the full voltage will come here. So 5 volt you have, Q3 and D is on. And Q4 is off. So how does it look like? Here you have VCC, resistor, Q3 is on, so it's a closed switch. So you have VCC, Q3 is a closed switch, D is another closed switch, it's on. Then you have Y, then you have an open switch, which is Q4. So what will be Y? Y doesn't have a connection to ground. It has a connection to VCC. So Y will be what? Y will be high. So if one of the inputs is A, B, one of the inputs is 0, Q1 is on, collector has a low voltage, Q2 and Q4 is off. Since Q2 is off, you have a high at the collector which will turn on Q3 and D. Q4 is off, so Y will be a high. So in these three cases, you can say that Y is a high. If at least one of the inputs is 0, output is high. Now if both the inputs are 1, what will happen? Both the inputs are high means the base emitter voltage will not have a potential difference. Why? Because base is connected to VCC through a resistor. Here also you have a high. So it's a NPN transistor. So this is N, this is P, this is N. So to N you are connecting a high. These two are 1. So N is connected to a 1, base is connected to VCC. So you don't have potential difference here. So Q1 will be off. Q1 is off means its collector will have a high. High means almost VCC will come here. So Q2 and Q4, which acts as two diodes in series, you need minimum 1 voltage to turn on Q2 and Q4. You have 5 volt here. So Q2 and Q4 are both on. Q2 is on. Q2 is on means at the collector you have a low. Here low means here you have a low, say 0.2 volt. You need at least 1 volt to turn on both Q3 and D. You have only 0.2. So Q3 is off, D is off. So what will it look like? Here you have VCC. Here you have two open switches. Y, close switch to ground. This is your Q4. So Y will be ground. So this will be a low. So this will be a low. So again it's a NAND itself. So the basic gate of TTL is NAND always, but you can have different types of output. One is open collector, one is a normal NAND gate using a pull-up resistor. You call it a pull-up resistor. Okay, when you are just connecting a resistor here, you call it a pull-up resistor. And you can have active devices to pull the output. That is, instead of just having a passive resistor here connected to the VCC, you can have two active devices, which is a transistor and a diode, which is connected to VCC to pull it up to 1. So active devices are used here to pull the output voltage to high when one of the inputs is low. So what is the advantage of having the active device to pull up the output voltage to high? The propagation delay will be reduced. So it will propagate faster. When there is a change in input, the output will change faster when you have a totem pole when compared to the normal pull-up resistor type of TTL NAND. Okay.